We made it, Ryan.
We did it.
Ice breaking up, I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good sign that spring's on the way. What is going on, guys? Today we are back with another video, and it is beyond an exciting day. We are here, we got Ryan in the boat, and I have made my yearly trip to Green Bay, Wisconsin, and it feels good. Ryan's already been out here for a day and he's caught some fish, but today it's me, good buddy Ryan. We even got Surly Boy down here, and we are in Green Bay, Wisconsin for the big time walleye run that happens every spring down here. And as you can see, it's a Sunday, and how many boats are down there? A lot of boats are down there.
Elbow to elbow. But
yeah, it is tight fishing. Yeah, there's plenty of room to fish, and we're here for obviously the spring walleye fishing. Green Bay, obviously one of the first places to open water. We're actually one of the bigger tributaries of Green Bay, obviously right now. Obviously there's a lot of walleyes kind of situations. There's some walleyes that live here year round. There's some walleyes that push up from the lake into here in the spring, and we're here targeting some of these first wave fish. Most time this is a high numbers bite. Most time there's a lot of quality 16 to 22 inch walleyes in the mix, and we're gonna kind of catch up a whole bunch of those fish today, hopefully. We've already caught a few of them actually. We kind of waited a little bit to turn the camera on, but we're just gonna have a good time, and I'll be here on and off for like the next probably 2 months, month and a half for sure. So you guys will see a ton of like technical content from down here, exactly how we're doing everything and stuff like that. But we just want to kind of get the kinks out of the system, catch a whole bunch of walleyes, and that's kind of the plan. What's your prediction, Ryan?
I think it's going to be a great year.
I think it's going to be a great day and a great year.
Got good watercolor today.
Yeah.
It's not brown, so it's got to be better than when I was out here last week.
I'm not sure how bad the audio is because of the wind, but Ryan was out here earlier this week. Big rain happened, river goes up, ice blows out, and normally you don't want to fish when the water's super dirty and cold. And now it's kind of starting to clear up and the water's coming up a little bit and the fish will be biting. So I'm not going to talk too much. We're going to get spot locked here after we side image some fish and get to pitching some jigs around. We'll see you guys in a second. Fish. Oh, look at that. He's got one. He's got one, folks. He's got one.
Oh, that's right.
What do we got, Ryan?
We have
Is it the right kind?
Green Bay Superior
Oh,
walleye.
Green Bay walleyes, Ryan. Green Bay walleyes. I cannot tell you guys how good it feels to be back in a boat. And look at that, Ryan. We're doubled up. We're doubled up, Ryan. This is how you want to start it, isn't it? Ooh, that's not too shabby, is it? There's Ryan. Nice fish on the jig and minnow. As you can tell, this bite's pretty secret up here. Not a whole lot of folks know about this one, do they, Ryan?
No, this is very secretive.
The Green Bay walleye run. And look at that. And that's why all of these boats are out here right here. Because there is a pile of fish to be caught, and everywhere else just has a mountain of ice on it. Let's grab them real quick. Getting our hand a little bit wet. That's all right though. It's kind of a decent little chunker, huh? For getting things going on. Should we do a little double show off? I'll show mine off. Ryan will catch a bigger one. There we go. Just like that, big chunky pre-spawn walleyes up here in Green Bay. And that was like our first or second cast on kind of the first little spot here. And we're fishing just super simple. You want to grab me one too there, buddy? And yeah, I mean, you can't complain, right? I mean, this is what you drive all over the state to kind of do. On the Mississippi last week, over here in Green Bay this week, and we're going to be in Green Bay for quite a while this spring. We might kind of do some bouncing around, but unbelievable spring walleye bite, obviously. Maybe it was Shelby both times.
That one
got him.
Smoked it.
Popped it. I liked it. You're 2 cast, 2 fish, I think.
That was too awesome.
Should I net them just so you don't soak your hands like I did?
No, I'll
Boat flip them? All right. I like it. On my first fish, I just, for some reason, even though it's super cold out, went way in and soaked my gloves, which was not a wise decision. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Should I reel down a little closer? And
Yeah, you should. He actually popped it, huh?
yeah.
And it's always funny, these fish in Green Bay, you know, a lot of places, like you guys saw us fishing on the Mississippi last week, and a lot of places when you have water temps that are, what is it today, 33, you just get a lot of bites where you pick up on a jig and it's kind of like mush weight. For some reason here, Ryan, it seems like the second the ice goes, they'll just clunk it like that, won't they?
Yes.
Which I'm not complaining.
They just smoke it no matter what.
Yeah.
Very rarely do they just pick up it.
Yeah, which is crazy, even when the water's this cold.
There
we go, bleeding a little bit, but he'll be more than fine. We'll let him go and continue on with hopefully smoking him. You got one, Ryan? Look at that.
Hooked up.
Ryan's on him.
What's the pattern, Tom?
He's on him. Pattern might be over here, maybe?
This little bubbly line.
Should I invade your territory over here?
Yeah, go for it.
I just, for some reason, dude, after sitting on the ice all winter, watching a fish fight around is just oddly satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah. This is the mean little one, dude.
He is. Kind of got that one the classic cold water way.
Yeah.
Where they're kind of hooked on the chin like that. Kind of show him off to the front camera while he's hooked so people kind of get an idea of what we're talking about. That's how you see a lot of them hooked when the water's really cold, where it's like they just kind of pin it to the bottom like that versus eating it. But here it's a lot more of that mix of a lot more fish just like actually punching the bait, it seems like, when you get bit. Which is good. When they punch it, you pretty much never miss them, do you?
No.
But pretty easy jig and minnow dragging.
This fish could have never came off.
There you go. Beauty.
Nice
Little, you know,
one.
16 incher.
Going back.
They're all good ones. For real?
Yeah.
Dude, you are on the spot back there.
Had to make a little bait change.
Ryan threw on a swim bait quick and he's just caught another one on the first cast.
Get tired of dipping for minnows.
I'm going back in your corner.
Hey,
I'm stealing your angle.
public waters, guys. Remember that.
Looks like decent, huh?
Yeah. Feels like really nice.
Long ways out. Did he pop it good?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll just go to plastics. You know, he started with the old jig and the minnow routine.
We got our confidence up.
Yeah, the old build the confidence jig and minnow. Is this like a grab the net ordeal? It's a nice one. You want me to scoop him?
I'll grab.
Think you can grab him?
Do I dare grab with the ball out it?
I don't know. I'm more so just saying grab the net so we don't get our hands soaked, but
Yeah, guys. First cast with that plastic,
I like it.
and can't argue with that.
No,
No telling that one no.
I'm in a dry spell.
Nice fish.
It wasn't a dry spell, Ryan. That was my first cast kind of back at that same angle you're in. So I'm going to go ahead and say there's probably just a whole bunch of walleyes back there, huh?
I don't think they're hungry though. It's taking a lot of convincing.
Yeah, I like this. You know, spring walleye fish can be so up and down day to day on kind of how active they are. I showed up, got into town this morning, and they're just biting like crazy, aren't they?
Yeah. So we went to a few different spots, went away from people, caught them.
Yeah, can't complain about this at all. And this is what spring walleye bites are all about, and why you see so many people out here doing it. It's also a Sunday right now, which does, you know, obviously heavily contribute to a lot of pressure. Kind of all week it's been like in the 20s here, right? Where today, it's obviously supposed to be like 40, but it doesn't feel like 40 with the wind. So there we go, another nice Green Bay walleye right there. All right, guys, so what we're doing, obviously not a super difficult bite or super challenging or anything like that, but there's a lot of little things that you can use to help you out. What we're using, kind of one of the main things here, is the Humminbird 360, which you can see I have that down right on the side here, and I'm running that off one of my graphs. The other one I just got sonar and my GPS map. And basically what we're looking for, you know, we're sitting here pitching backwards. We got current at the bow of the boat, we're spot lock with the Minn Kota in the front. And as we kind of sit here pitching backwards, it's super convenient just to be able to look at the 360 and say, oh, there's fish coming through over this angle over here, you know, like let's say a 7 o'clock angle, or oh, they're coming in back off this corner. And then we just kind of make those isolated pitches to that area where those fish are. Side imaging, amazing tool for finding fish, catching fish, but it only reads on a certain plane, which is side by side. So as your boat just kind of sits here facing like this the whole time, we can see this way, we can see that way, we can see over here, we can see over here. And we're looking for a lot of those screenshots that look something like this here. And when we see that, it's like, hey Ryan, you know, right at that angle. Just so happens that it seems like most of the fish coming in pretty consistently at kind of this angle off the back left side of the boat, which seems to be where we're catching most of these fish. So using these little tools, you know, definitely takes your day from being like maybe a mediocre day to a really good day. And the 360 is a huge tool whenever you're fishing a shallow water jig bite. Any of these situations where you might be fishing, you know, less than 17-20 feet of water on a relatively clean bottom. It might be a weed edge, might just be a sand flat like we're on right now. Just using these tools like this to your advantage really can help you put a lot more fish in your boat. Oh, you got one. Jeez.
Sorry.
I switched to a blade bait just because now we're getting greedy. We want to see just what we can even catch fish on. I bet Ryan could catch a fish on a topwater right now. He's so hot. You want to try a popper? I don't think there's a topwater lure in the boat right now.
Crankbait along? We can take the bill off?
I got crankbaits with. You can try a crankbait. There's just a lot of fish right now and they're biting, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Hard to deny it.
It's a nice chunky fat one, huh?
Chubby little guy.
Here, I'll grab him for you. Sacrifice my hands quick. Oh, just on the little swim bait, and this is how these green bay fish are built. Big fat bellies, tiny little heads on them, just because they grow so fast and are so unbelievably healthy. And they are swatting anything Ryan wants to throw right now. I like it. Not a good start to our hopefully very longer. There's one, Ryan.
Nice. Way
out there.
Yeah, you caught that under that guy's shoulder.
I did. I kind of made a bomb cast with the wind there. And the old 7.3 Elliott loaded up because I was so far out there. Just get to fight him a little bit longer. All nice fish though. I mean, no complaints about any of these fish. Especially this time of year when all you want to do is just have a rod load up in your hand. And there we go. There's another nice one. We'll take them all. Surly, are you all cuddled up there? Surly, you want to lick a walleye? You want to lick a walleye? Oh yeah, that's tasty. That's tasty. Okay, we'll let them go. Well, there we go. Another fish on the board on a long bomb cast back behind the boat. There's one. Kind of went through a little lull and all of a sudden a bunch of them popped in the 360 not very far behind the boat. And I just said to Ryan, there's a bunch of fish not very far back, and I pitched pretty much right in Ryan's zone, which seems to be the hot corner of the boat today. And there's a nice fish on a swim bait. Popped it. Always good when you feel them pop it. Whenever you catch a fish, it's nice, but having these early spring walleyes just go suicidal jig thumping these swim baits like this. Unbelievably fun. And obviously Green Bay is just an unbelievably special walleye fishing destination. And it is no secret. And nothing we're doing is super high level at all today. But it feels absolutely amazing. Oh, he's on. He's on. I like it. I like it.
Wow. Big one.
It is kind of a smaller fish, Ryan.
Go big one.
Oh, we're doubled up now. We're doubled up now. I think we got 2 cookie cutters. This might be just a good time to wrap the video up, huh? I mean, they could watch us do this for the rest of the day, but it kind of get a little bit repetitive. So we might just kind of call it a video on this, as long as I got a bigger one than Ryan. and which it looks like I do by a couple of inches. But I think Ryan is kind of the star of today's show. Here we go, another beautiful chunky Green Bay walleye here. Just spot locked with the Minn Kota. Oh, he's all angry, Ryan. We got him though. Just a little chunker, huh?
You got me a couple inches, you got half a whole another fish.
Got you by a little bit. But yeah, let's just wrap it up there. We're gonna wait till this huge gust of wind quits blowing. Look at that, beautiful Green Bay walleyes all day long right now. First day here, feels absolutely amazing to be clocking them like this. And yeah, we had a pretty good, it was probably about an hour of filming really, but hopefully the wind's not too bad. I appreciate you guys watching this video. Like I said in the intro, please subscribe. We're getting close to that elusive 100,000 mark, and it's gonna feel crazy when I actually hit it for just a guy who hates filming, hates editing, and only wants to fish every day. But I appreciate you guys watching this. If you guys are not yet, please subscribe, and we'll stay tuned for more content. We'll see you guys next time.